Test. Sweet. Alright. Sure. Stuff's working. Good, good. Hey. Test. Cool. Alrighty. Keeps messaging. You're live and working. What's up, brother? How you doing? I hope nobody's messaging me on Teams. For so many reasons. Oh. Oh, chat not working. You're getting messaged on Teams. Well, technically not for a few more weeks. That doesn't start, but thought I'd take the afternoon off and stream a little bit before I got some other stuff I got to take care of this evening. We'll see if that was a good idea or not. Speaking of which, I know I just started. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Be right back.
Asshole.
Noah, what's up, brother? Ryan? How y'all doing? Anybody else get nervous before a race is about to start? Hell yeah, brother. Oh, we're one of the same then. We're one of the same. Feel a little too anxious. Alright, EQ. But then, you know, like anything, race starts and pretty much locked in and ready to go. Yeah. Something about the anticipation. You do anything interesting on a Thursday afternoon? I had a bunch of meetings this morning. And then I ate lunch and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the day. Yeah, I don't use it myself. It's really just there for... Actually, I don't use any of the overlays you guys see. It's all for presentation. For OBS. You're trying to race? Get in there, brother. Go race. Moved to the first day on the slope. Starting to practice D24. Mountain near me. Oh, go skiing, brother. Snowboarding, skiing, do your thing. Hell yeah, brother. You got plenty of time to practice for Daytona, man. Oh, really? See if I can adjust. Thanks for letting me know. So that'll do it. I hope I didn't change anything. Still don't see anything, although it's only going to catch new stuff, but... Oh, I don't know why it's not working. Overlays, man. What a pain in the ass. I guess we could just roll with the track map. I don't have, unfortunately, any time to try to figure it out at the moment. Refresh cache of the current page. Maybe that'll do it. Just. Hey, there we go. Alright, cool. Cool. Hopefully that works. Let me know if it's jacked up. I mean, obviously there's only so much I can do about it until the race starts, but... Or after the race starts. Workings, there's plenty of room to watch. Yeah, that's the same boat, man. Kind of a similar setup for work. Yeah, Wade, nice thing about the basement is it's a walkout, so I'm thankful for that, because yeah, if it didn't have like normal windows, I wouldn't spend a lot of time down here. Too caged in. Team practice session tomorrow. Yeah, it'd be good though. Everybody's gonna be practicing probably for the first time. Got a long ways to go. We got a month and a half before that race. Still some racing equipment. Well, the nice thing about that, if it's just a monitor, you can sell that on kind of anything, but for sim racing stuff specifically, I've had a lot of luck selling it through the iRacing forum, personally. I've sold a couple things through there, actually. The nice thing about that is people on that forum generally understand the value of the thing that you have. It's not like Facebook Marketplace or something where they're going to try to undercut you like crazy. Alrighty. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Sorry for the breaks, but I need it, unfortunately. I'll be right back. God, man, all my chats are getting screwed up. Sent the test message. Everything. My chat stopped working, but it looks like that. Are you guys like wheeling and dealing in my chat? What the fuck? Hopefully everything looks normal. There's a ton of people in this race. Joy Don. Don Juan. Alright. Can I get a decent time? I just don't want to start at the very back. This is a aggressive strength of field.
Green flag, green flag. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
I guess it's second split, but very tight group. Woo!
One more lap. 44.462. You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Too slidey. I have pretty good at bus stop here. Make much of a change.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Oh, but that was way better than that. No, the only one I've ever played is iRacing. 10th better.
All right, there's checkered flag.
Hot damn. Alright. That's just gonna have to do. This race set up on. This is going to be an interesting one. I don't normally get to race prime European time. I imagine it's going to be a lot tighter than most of the races I've been in recently. All right, race. Also, I'm trying to pay attention to the fuel. I made the change to my JRT so that it's not paying attention to that extra lap possibility. And I'm hopeful that means it'll stop overfueling me by a full lap for every IMSA race. So, God, there must be a million people in here. Y'all can tell I actually don't have a... I don't have the overlay for it. There are a ton of people in
Entschuldigung,
here.
hab Sie verstanden. Muss ich wieder besonders aufpassen? Runden?
No idea.
Gib mir mal ganz kurz eine Sekunde, ich muss sie eben lauter stellen.
Okay. That's all I got. That's all I got.
So jetzt.
Gianluca, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't. I used
Achso, ja, klar.
I use Joel real timing,
One lap to green. Line up on the right
and I'll let
side.
it
Pit
do my
road is
fueling
closed.
for me. So I do use auto fuel, but not the built-in iRacing version. Alright, we're gonna go for the left rear. I would love to be able to replace both rear tires, which maybe I'll just set it up so that both rear tires are gonna get replaced. And then if I see that fuel is not gonna cover it, which I still don't know exactly how much fuel that requires. But anyway, if we get close to it and I wimp out, I'll switch it to something else. Right now it says it needs 34 liters to finish this race, so that's plenty for 2. That's funny. Somebody was asking me on Reddit to see like what my rig looks like when I'm sitting in it. Like, can you see the full right window? It's like, no, definitely not. I also feel like I'm sitting too close. Like, I don't know. Like, I could reach out almost and touch this bar, the A-pillar on the left-hand side. But I guess that is realistic. Like, I could basically reach out and touch this mirror. But I also feel like I could equally reach out and almost touch the A-pillar on the right side. But that's not realistic. Weird. But it works for me. Alright, y'all. Let's hope for the best. Pit stop set. Yeah, no, definitely not. But it feel like it looks... If I look over there, I'm like, yeah, and I could reach my arm out. I can almost touch the monitor. And of course, the monitor presents as if the A-pillar's right there, right? I don't know. It's the depth perception thing is the problem. Everything feels very natural when you're driving. But it's just something about that. I put out a short today of the whole like 4 semi wide rant that we had the other night. I tried to do my best to summarize that whole thing in a short. Kind of hard to do, especially when you suck at video editing, as I do.
43, car, catch up, 39, car, catch up, 50, car.
I'd love to do that. I don't have the creativity to do it. Like, we're about to go green. We're not even moving. Come on. Let's go.
Go green, stay focused.
Like, those guys are literally
Catch up, 30, car.
at pit entry. I'd like to at least get through the bus stop.
Green flag, green flag.
What the fuck, guys?
Honestly, that was terrible. We don't need such a massive gap. Alright. Off we go.
I love it when the GT3s do a standing start almost. We can go a bit earlier next time maybe.
Car on your left.
Jamie, you shouldn't turn in when they're cars there, mate.
I got stuck in a bad place. Lost 3 positions right
Mate,
there.
you sent it when I was already going towards the apex, like...
Yeah, bullshit as well.
It's not like F1,
Left
mate.
side.
No, but I was there.
Ugh.
Clear.
Just left feeling like you're on the back foot.
Left side.
This guy,
On the
man.
right. Rewind.
I've lost
Left
4
side.
positions because I've been stuck behind him.
Rewind.
At
Left
least.
side, too wide. Clear.
Damn. 15 cars killing me.
Car on. Clear. Right side. Clear. Count the course. You've got to slow down and give up that time.
Sorry.
Your car has too much damage. We've got to fix it.
Oh, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Ugh, fuck. So annoying, man. Let's go see if that was my fault.
Pit box is early. Be ready.
Sick. It's my race. Super. Well, it was unfortunate. I should have been on the brakes harder. I think that's fair to say. But I mean, he went in there as if I
Thanks.
wasn't even there. I actually thought he was getting out of it because he. Maybe I'm wrong. Should hear the spotter calls from somebody else's view. That's some shit, man. Unfortunate. I mean, really, that whole first lap was just terrible. I literally got stuck behind this fucking 15 car, man. Holy shit. I don't know how many positions I lost at the start of this race, just being stuck behind this guy. Yeah, start was terrible. John, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yeah, that was so bad. So bad. Yeah, I obviously shouldn't have gone that far wide. I expected these guys to be diving in a lot harder than they did. That didn't happen. That would have been nice for me to be in there at the apex instead of way the hell out here. One car gets by. The McLaren will be 2. Then I get stuck behind this dude. And I don't know, maybe we're stuck behind the McLaren in front, I don't know. That portion on the outside is 3. Three spots lost. 4 on the outside. And he's just in this weird place, man. Damn. 5. Yeah. It's like I kind of just picked wrong every single time, man. I picked wrong every time. And it's easy in hindsight to say, oh, I probably shouldn't have tried to pass this guy, but...
Honestly, can't turn in.
I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Alright. Well, it's unfortunate. I don't know whether to try to salvage any SR or not. Watching film of the competition. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, it'll be an interesting one, man. I think I'm pretty decent here, and Nick is generally pretty decent everywhere, so yeah. Hopefully we can finish it off and win the team championship. That would be nice. Yeah, ours will definitely be a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I guess I put myself in a tough situation, but it is what it is, I guess. It's kind of one of those, I guess for me, I'm frustrated. I've lost 5 positions on the half of the opening lap. And I'm like, okay, I've got to run. Let me at least try to get something back. And, I don't know, man. He just kind of drove as if I weren't there. So, is what it is. Yeah, he definitely did not want me to pass. I think if you guys do well, you should have the win. I think my team gets a point percentage deduction because they're both pro. Yeah. We get one too. It's just not as aggressive. So yeah. Alright. Yeah, I guess we do. I don't really.
You fucking idiot.
Oh, there we go. I don't know what the. Yeah. We'll see, man. I mean, and the point, I don't understand the. I don't know if it's just a pain in the ass to do, and that's why they don't do it, but not having the drop week taken into account this deep into the season. I know it's only a 6-week season, but it's like basically most of this is irrelevant because you don't know what it's going to look like when the drop week gets applied. But I can tell you that
Yo, Derek, I'm gonna overtake you. I'm clearly a lot faster than you. Don't make this hard, please.
Jesus, I would make it hard just because he's talking shit. I didn't race the Barber race, so that's my drop for sure. And then as a team, I assume that the team gets a drop as well. Maybe I should go.
Go!
Yeah, my brain's not big enough for all that. Hopefully it feels normal enough. I can at least... Steering's a little off, but we'll work through it. Yeah, if the teams get a drop, I would hope so. But, anywho. The steering's completely jacked. I'm just going to park it. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a much more difficult race to do because this time of day, lots of people are... Oh, yep, that's my race. See you. Anywho.
Thanks.
Fuck. What a pain in the ass. I guess I shouldn't have raced today, huh? Yeah, this time of day there's just a lot of people racing and it's going to be super tight. I mean, strength of field there was 3,600 and just looking at the IRs on my screen, everybody's like right there together between 4K and like 3,500, 3,400. I'm seeing 2 through 22, so super close together this time of day. So yeah. I'd like to still be racing though, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What's up, Tariq? How you doing? Next week's the off week, so there's no official racing next week, or at least none that I'll be participating in. Watch the last video I posted. Yeah, that was a fun. That really was a fun race, man. I love it when it comes down to that little pit strategy, a little overtake on the towards the very end there. Makes for a lot of fun. Clearly, he was fuel saving. No way I would have been able to get into turn one that easily, without it. But yeah, that race was a lot of fun for sure. I am also looking forward to a new season. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I definitely, I'm excited to finish Broken Wing on Sunday night. Just because we have a chance to do something fun. Nick has a pretty good opportunity to win the Pro-Am class, and we've got a really good opportunity to win the overall team championship, which would be really cool. And he and I both have done Broken Wing, I don't know, a couple times. I'm pretty sure I did the first Broken Wing GT3 series a couple of years ago at this point. And it's a good group. I enjoy racing in it. I don't know what I'm going to do next season, but certainly doing PRL, that's a given. But as far as Broken Wing, I'm not sure. We shall see. There's 381 people signed up for that GT3 race. That's insane. It's only 20 minutes. Should give me time. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'll just wait for the next IMSA race. But yeah, I am looking forward to next season. I just hope that they, I just really hope that they bought the shit out of that McLaren. I've heard it on good authority that is happening. But that's all I know at this point. That's all I know. But it's got to happen. The car's just, it's too good. It's not like the best. I don't know. It's not. It's just too easy to get time out of. That's all. No. Oh man, I'm good. I appreciate you. I am good. I'm just gonna call you Wizard. I wish GT3 Sprint was a lock-in. I 1000% agree with that statement. I've brought it up in the forums multiple times, but it'll never happen. And I understand why, right? Like they want to sell cars, so locking in would literally go against their business model. So it will never happen, but it'd be cool. And even if it wasn't lock-in, I mean, like a compromise could be like it, you know, you lock in for the points part of it. I mean, personally, I don't care about the points part of it, but I guess probably a lot of people don't. But I don't know. There's something to having to drive the same vehicle every week. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine what the sim racing subreddit would say if that happened? Already had to rent all the content and pay for a subscription. Now I gotta pay money to switch different cars. That's crazy. But it'd be a fucking meltdown. They really do, man. You can't say anything about iRacing in that subreddit, or they just fucking crucify you. So yeah, I completely agree. Fundamentally agree. That's where I was trying to go with that. I think it would be really good. I mean, it really, you see it in the real world for obvious reasons. You can't just decide to have a McLaren shop next week, right? Like, so it's obvious there, but there's just something about it that really, I don't know. It would be amazing if they could find a way to do that. But I don't know. And I wonder too, so they have that IMSA esports series. I don't know any of the rules about any of that stuff. Way above my pay grade, of course. I don't know if, I would love to know, do they make them lock in for their esports season? Because that they should. That would be a great way to do that. I'm sure the manufacturers themselves would prefer that. Like, think about it from the point of view of a manufacturer who gives you rights to scan the car and all the things, right? There are licenses and agreements and contracts for every piece of content you see in iRacing. So they're going through work. It's not just like, oh, hey, we're Chevrolet. Here's a Corvette over here. Yeah, I'll just go scan it. Yeah, whatever. See y'all later. Cool. Like, there's a lot that goes into that, right? There's contracts. There's all sorts of stuff. Relationship management. So many things. Can you imagine being Chevrolet, or the person that did that representation of Chevrolet on that side, and then passively seeing in an esports event that's actually being broadcast on the IMSA YouTube channel, there's no Corvettes at all. I don't know if there weren't, but just as an example, because everybody's driving the Porsche at Road America or Road Atlanta or whatever it was the other week. Like, that's horrible. Yeah, and then, yeah, exactly. The next week, it's like, oh, we go to the Mercedes because it's the fastest car this week. It's just, I think at least at that level, at least at the esports level, tell them the schedule in advance, force them to lock into a manufacturer, and put on the series that way. I mean, pretty much the two leagues that I've participated in the last couple of years, they make you lock in. And I think that is super important. It makes for a fun time. You know, there are always going to be guys that are just fundamentally awesome, and it doesn't matter what they're driving, they're going to be better than you. Like, that's fine. But I don't know. There's just something about the representation I think is really important. And it's cool to see. Like, sometimes it's your week, you know? You're in the Porsche and you're at Road Atlanta and it's raining. You lucked into it, you know? And then the next week it's Spa and it's dry and you're not going to do as well. The Ferraris are going to kick your ass. That's fine, you know? But it's the balance over the course of a season. It just makes so much sense, at least to me. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, Wizard, same. Like, broken wing you can change. I don't remember what the penalty is. In PRL, they do have a stipulation where you can change your car, but it's something around like I forget what it is exactly, but there's something like a fundamental change with the balance from iRacing at some point in the season. So you can't just arbitrarily say, I want to change it and here's a point deduction as a result. They take it to even a further level. McLaren has been happy for the last few weeks. Well, that's so wait, that's a great point. I actually, and maybe I'm, I don't know. Maybe this is conspiracy theory shit. I don't know. But if you remember when the McLaren came out, or was supposed to come out, it got delayed. I think it came out like after the season started. I think it was literally like the day after season 1 began. That's when it came out, when normally we would have gotten it a week prior. And who knows why? But like, could it have been, hey, look, there's 7 cars in your GT3 field and we don't want to be the last one. Make the car a little stronger, get people to buy it. We want to see the McLarens on the broadcast. We want to see McLarens being driven. Like, dude, I've done enough. I don't do much of it, but I've done enough client relationship management type stuff. I've seen shit like that. Like, they'll say they don't give a damn. They don't, McLaren or whoever, some brand, they don't care how others are represented. They care about how they're represented. Like, they'll say the dumbest shit you can possibly imagine to try to get any advantage possible. There are definitely people out there that do that. So I wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. The idea that sucks if you train in a car, you know the car better than if you were to switch to a totally different car. Danny, yeah, that's definitely true, but you have to think that the people we're making reference to, they can get the best out of all the cars. So, I mean, hell, even me, like, I'm not that good. I'm good enough. I'll go to a track. I can go to Daytona. If you put me in the Lambo, or whatever, like take the Porsche and the McLaren, for instance, take those 2 cars. If one of them is just straight up faster, you're going to be straight up faster. I'm trying to think of a good example of it that happened to me. Pretty sure it was, so Broken Wing Racing League they do this like competition against another league. I think it's actually coming up in like a week or so. It happens on the week 13s or this year 14, whatever. And couple seasons ago, it was at Spa, and I was trying to do it in the Porsche because that's what I raced the entire season. And everybody was in not everybody, some people were in the Ferrari. It's like, all right, let me try the Ferrari. Literally and I had been practicing days in the Porsche. I knew the car super well, and I don't remember the lap times I was getting, but let's call it like a 219, 218, some of that space. Literally, first flying lap in the Ferrari, I was a second faster. You know what I mean? Like, straight up, second faster right out of the gate. At the end of the day, if you put your foot down and you're getting 100% throttle and one of them's going faster than the other one, like, you're going to benefit from it, Like, you hear a lot, like, oh, only the top of the top can benefit from a bop. I firmly, completely disagree with that. Completely disagree. There are definitely some tracks that just absolutely suit a car better. Some cars are just better top end. Ferrari's a great example of that. It's no secret that people generally bust out the Ferrari at Spa. And that's historically been true. That's not like just this season or whatever. If you go in there right now and join it, either of these two, well, I don't know about the fix, but for the sprint, for sure, it's going to be the McLaren and the Ferrari show. That's just the way it goes. I mean, it's no secret that you're seeing a lot of Porsches at Daytona this week. Porsche's been really good here for some reason. Historically, it would have been the Mercedes. Mercedes is historically strong at Daytona. For whatever reason, you're not seeing it as much this season, but one of my teammates who really gets into that stuff, he was like, yeah, it's still really strong. I just don't know why people aren't driving it. But I think it's monkey see, monkey do as well. People look at, well, what are the laps for high-mo, P1 docs, whatever. And they just say, oh, this car's got the best lap time through high-mo. That must be the one. And then you look at like the top split Daytona race at the start of the week, and everybody sees that the aliens are driving the Porsche. They're like, oh, must be a Porsche week. And they just follow. They don't even try the other cars. So yeah. And I think the top teams have gotten really good about hiding it. You can definitely notice, like, we get to like Bathurst, or we get to Sebring, get to some of these special events next season. Nürburgring's a big one, and you'll see the teams you know, everybody thinks it's the Porsche week or whatever. And then you get to the special event, like the Nürburgring specifically, and it's like some of those top teams are all of a sudden driving the BMW. And like, whoa, where'd that come from? You know? But they know, and they got a good set for it, and they got a good pace out of it. But yeah, it's no secret. All right. Plan is to do this fixed. Plan was to do the damn open. But here we are. Pablo, Pablo's an interesting one to me. I do enjoy watching him. I will say I do enjoy watching him because he's really fast and he's pretty entertaining. I don't love the like rants and the like crazy shit that he does. I'm not a fan of that from anyone, but most of the time I enjoy the guy. Seems like a nice person. But I can't understand. It sounds like he's got a mouthful of peanut butter. I can't understand a damn thing that he's saying ever. I know that's the American in me, and I'm totally okay with that. I can't understand anything that man's saying. Ever. All right. Porsche race. Just donated a shit ton of IR. I'd like to not do it again. Maybe this time I'll be a little... Well, no, what? I'm going to drive exactly the same. Who are we kidding? Yeah, I think it gets moderated. Let's see if I can see it. Oh, my daughter's home. I am, but I'm talking to them right now. I don't think they can hear you because I think it only catches my voice right here. They don't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my daughter. Kids are getting home from school. Stop.
Wait, how do you know how many viewers there are?
Because it's up there. 18.
Oh, Dad,
That's
I'll
it.
get you 1 billion.
Yeah, so that's Wade. He's always talking about the grippas.
Gosh, I love those.
He wants a grippa can.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
And whenever you like, Thanks, Dad.
Alright. Amen. Amen. Yep. Yeah, I try to have it set so you can only hear like if I'm talking directly into it. She was on the other side of my monitors. You know what? She's actually pretty quick. It's funny. She's young. She's only 13. But my older sons, I would argue that she's probably faster than both of them. She likes to drive the Ferrari at Brands Hatch. That's her jam. I'll make sure that I clarify that for her. 100%. 100%. All right, we're fixed. Man, still gets on my damn nerves. I absolutely hate when I get murdered on a murders or whatever. I can't finish the race. I hate it when I die on lap 1, whether it's my fault or somebody else's, doesn't matter. Hate that. Such a big kick in the balls, and I just not a fan. Man, it's like the most obvious thing ever, but I don't get that a ton these days. I mostly am able to finish my races. Need to get better at not using the pit limiter, at least for exits. Said that one. Yep. Yeah. I mostly say that, yeah, I know it's super obvious, but I mostly say that because it doesn't happen a ton these days. Or either that or I've just had really good string of luck. Alright, gotta adapt here. Definitely a different set. It's got a little bit more wing in it. I think it's literally like 1 click more wing than the open set. Kind of curious about this race. Normally, the fixed races, the IR, or the strength of field is a little bit lower, typically. And the, at least for IMSA. Where the open, seems like that's where everybody comes out to play. Definitely easier to get through the bus stop with that wing. But yeah, she so badly wants to get in here and like wave, and I'm like, just no, not right now, not right now. Try to keep a little bit of a barrier somewhere between personal life and streaming. Shit. Yeah, for sure. My kids don't really understand that. If you ask them like what they want to be, it's like YouTuber, influencer. I'm like, no, you don't. Go do something else. And that's the boomer in me talking, even though I'm definitely not a boomer. That's definitely like job description number 1 that most children want these days. YouTuber. And I don't think a single one of them has any sense of how much work that actually is. Being classed as a non-working generation. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that's kind of normal. I don't know. I definitely think it's more aggressive right now. I agree with you. I see that a lot too. And I wonder, like, is that how, like, every previous generation looks at the next generation? You know what I mean? But right now, yeah, it's very strong. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like every generation, it's like, oh, you know, it's when men were men. And then, I don't know. Like everything, what's old is new again, and etc., etc. What's up, Royal? How you doing? I'm trying to finish a race. That's my goal. I mean, I'm practicing right now, but I died in the last one. Yeah, exactly, Wade. Exactly. I do think that is part of it, and I do believe that like those guys were all told that too. You know what I mean? It just, the same thing keeps getting passed down. Like somebody told that guy, well, this is when the Army boot camp was difficult, so then he has to sit there and basically say the same thing to the next guy that comes behind him, when he probably rolled his eyes when he was told that by somebody else, you know? Yeah, that was not glorious for me. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But, nah, I'm kidding, of course, it's fine. $45.9. Damn. All the overlays you're seeing are race labs. I do not see any of those. I have a fourth monitor that I use that has similar information, but it's from Joel Real Timing, so it's something different. Yeah, yeah. It's like you don't know what you don't know. 45 volt. Where's all the lap time at? Oh, the wing's a little higher, but holy shit. Yeah, of course, man. Most prototypes go on the inside, buddy. How are you so slow?
You're on the left.
God. Well, I had a decent lap going. Anyone else hate the newish Race Labs UI? Huh. You mean the one you use to configure the overlays, or are you talking about the overlays themselves? Psychology class I never took in college, I never went to. That's referred to recency bias. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Shit, too far. It's also like this desire to like portray struggle, you know? Like nothing can be easy. So we have to have suffered through something. I think everybody's guilty of that to some degree. Yeah, I use Race Labs because I think it has the best looking overlays, personally. But again, I don't see them, so I only do it for streams and recordings. It's not him, is it? I'm not a big fan of the new UI that iRacing's making, that's for sure. I think it looks way too much like the old one. Come on.
Kimmy, you missed the presentation by Pele. You get
Well,
over
I
it?
appreciate that, thank you.
Yeah, I was having a shit.
Love it. Much appreciated. Did the... Actually, I haven't seen this for myself. Did the little subscriber count in my camera window update automatically? Because that would be awesome if that works. Yeah, man, it's so much easier to get to the bus stop with that wing. Wasn't paying attention. All good. All good. $15.45. Yeah, it definitely did then. It sure did.
45.144. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Traction control. It's good for a 10th or so. Gosh, man. Gotta stop pushing so hard. My only complaint with iRacing is definitely looks and feel outdated. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't bother me at all. I don't know whether it's just the psychological, I'm used to it and I've been doing this thing for shit, almost 9 years. But it doesn't bother me in the slightest. This definitely looks outdated. No doubt about it. You know what looks even worse? This. Like literally some 1990, 95 shit, for sure. But it's like, I know it. I got it set up. If they spend any time worrying about this instead of this, I think it's wasted time, personally. I know it's different teams and all that stuff, but I would rather them take all of that investment, put it straight into the racing. Yeah, I mean, the tech for it's been around for a really long time. For sure. But yeah, I don't know. Personally, I don't care much about it at all. I just want the racing to be great. Everything else is secondary. Even like graphically, like, yeah, it definitely could look better, should look better, things like that. But if it requires a bigger, beefier PC, like for instance, I'll lock my FPS at 140-ish, right? If all of a sudden it looks better, but it's running at 100 FPS, I'm not gonna be happy. Like, I would much prefer it to look a little shittier, but be running super smooth. Now, the stuttering we have is a problem, but I definitely want it to be buttery smooth. I think that matters so much with a racing sim. I mean, being in the middle of a corner at an apex, fighting somebody, and you get a little stutter, it's horrible. It really just throws everything off. Done laundry, vacuum, groceries, taking out the trash, currently baking cookies, watching the stream, doing some massages on those grippers. Make sure you got some lotion going in. Good housewife. Attaboy, man. Attaboy. Look at you. Getting after it. I tell all the ladies out there to take notes, but I don't have any women that watch me. At least not according to YouTube. It's literally 100%. 100% male. I mean, I get it, but I just always find it funny when I notice that in the analytics. It's like, oh, 100%. Well, technically we all do. No, actually I do my laundry. I do all my own stuff. I'm in Montana. Nice. Good old Montana. How do you feel about the show Yellowstone? Has that been a positive thing for your state or a negative thing for your state? Oh, there you go. Nice. It's that time of year too, man. Got to get that moisturizing action going on. I'm not one that normally has to deal with dry skin or eczema or any of that kind of stuff, but holy shit, the last couple of years it's been brutal. Itching like a psycho. Just thinking about it makes me start to itch. All right, I'm ready to go. I think I've got all I can get. Like the series, could care less. Definitely more people since COVID, I'm sure. I know people that have gone to I think Bozeman because of that show, which I find fascinating. I'm sure the economic development people in the state of Montana love it, but I bet there's a lot of locals that don't. I really like the show. I think it's pretty cool. They're in a weird territory right now. I don't know if you're caught up with it, but yeah, it's, I don't know, like it's just in this really weird place. I think they've done themselves a disservice this season. It's like they keep jumping back in time without telling you they've jumped back in time. So you're like, I'm not sure if we're in current day or is Rip in Texas still? Did the dude get shot yet? Did the thing happen here? Like, hard to keep up with. You gotta keep it hydrated with some Dr. Pepper. Man, I haven't had Dr. Pepper in a couple of years. And I'm thankful for that. I'll stick to the old high quality H2O with a little bit of piss inside. No. Lemonade. A little lemonade powder action. Give it some flavor. Breaking Bad, New Mexico. Cherish the relic. Santa Fe so much. Yeah. I'm sure they do. And I've seen stories of the person that lives at the house that they portrayed as his in the show. And like that person had for like a really long time to have to go and take pizzas off their roof because people just kept throwing pizzas on top of their roof. I mean, I get it, but man, what an asshole. Like, to actually physically go to someone's home and throw a pizza on it because it was in a TV show and that's what happened in the show. What's wrong with you? Honestly. But yeah, that was a phenomenal. That was a great show. I'm a big fan of Better Call Saul. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a really good one. Personally, I enjoyed it better than Breaking Bad, but for a very different reason. Breaking Bad was really cool and like tense and, you know, all that sort of stuff, and it was pretty badass, where I felt like Better Call Saul felt more like a mental exercise, which I enjoyed that a lot. Had some highbrow stuff going on in that one. I thought was really good. All right, I'm gonna pee while this session loads. I'll be right back. Beep. All right. We Better Call Saul. Better. Did a good job. Paying homage to Breaking Bad without being a sequel. Yeah, wait, I totally agree. I really enjoyed that show. Thought it was great. I love the little tie-ins that came in along the way, but that didn't like just completely smack you in the face. There were somewhat that were subtle and some that were less so, but still really good. KPM Kyle, right? Yeah, I wanted to call you Kyle today. I was like, I'm not 100% sure if I'm right or not. Fam, what's up, brother? How you doing? How y'all doing? I don't have it on live chat. I got it on top chat. Don't know what the hell the difference is, but... Alright. My view is telling me the strength of field is 1780. That's definitely not true. I see the highest SOF, or highest person's almost 5K, and the lowest is 3100. So then I guess it's not 1700. Kind of depends on what you define as sim racing. But I'd like to tell people that I was the kid in middle school that took the NASCAR racing from Papyrus, the game booklet. When we used to get game booklets and like in boxes, I would take that to middle school and read it. And so that would have been early 90s. I've been in iRacing since like 2015, something in that space. I haven't been like on it since 2015. I took a pretty good sized break there. And then I've pretty much been on it since 2019. So yeah, I've been doing it for a long time, one way, shape, or form. Most of my experience, early days, was NASCAR stuff, and then open wheel stuff. Even in iRacing, it was a lot of Skip Barber, Formula 4, Formula 3. I just started focusing on GT3s, really focusing on them at the start of this year. So... kind of my jam. Fuck. Yeah, I don't remember that. I do remember the Challenger exploding as a child. Sad to say. I do remember being in the classroom for that. Everybody's watching it on TV. I think that was 89? I was like Obviously very, very young, but I do remember that. I remember people freaking out about something, didn't really understand what the hell's going on. I remember the OJ thing. I think that was middle school too. I remember 9/11. Was in college. But yeah, I don't remember the Cuban Missile Crisis. I do remember those overhead projectors they used to use with like the flappy like
Green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
little sheets you could draw on with the shit. What are those things called? I can't think and drive at the same time. Y'all know this. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, wonderful. I hate traction control. I would turn it down, but it's fixed. Overhead, yeah, those overhead projectors, man. What's up, Vista? Maybe I just need to stick to racing the Americans. I'm not good enough to race with the Europeans. Yeah. Yeah, I died in the last race. Definitely wasn't pretty. Yeah. They definitely has some high IRs over there, man. Ditto sheets. I don't know, like the sheets printed like purple, black and purple ink. I think that lap was gonna be good anyway. I gotta focus on this lap for sure. Don't want to start at the back of this group. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but they're good. I mean, I have put myself in a slightly higher SOF, unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to see it.
One more lap.
What would this have been? Yeah, pretty shit. So, traction control was 4/10. Crazy. Fuck. I didn't need all that time. I gotta stop looking at chat. Holy shit. Alright, we're gonna start at the back.
Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and
Yeah,
hold the
I
reset
believe it.
button and we'll
I
come and
believe
get
it.
you.
Yeah, you did. What do you have to do these when I'm actually busy? You know, I don't know, Peter. I don't have an answer for you. I was trying to prep a little bit for tomorrow night. I was kind of hoping this one actually had a chance of being wet. But, unfortunately, I died. You should have seen the last race, Peter. I gave away about 90 IR from that one. I died in the first, in the bus stop at the first lap. It was unfortunate. When we were kids, there was dial-up and 16-bit graphics. Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, there was no internet, so that's unfortunate. I'm trying to think of when we had internet for the first time. I didn't get, and I mean, like, I feel like we got it early. We used to have, so it was called a Roadrunner. I think it was through AT&T, and it was like the first broadband, like always connected internet, you know? And I'm pretty sure that happened pretty much right when I started college. I know in high school for sure we had 56K modems. And you would literally have to dial into AOL. It was the craziest shit ever. Honestly, to think about that now, it's insane. But yeah. Automobilista 2. I have never played another racing sim after I started playing iRacing. So I've never played AC, I've never played ACC, Automobilista, LMU, any of them. So I don't know. 1790s. It probably, honestly, probably was closer to that than 2024. No. I did die. I thought I had an overtake done, but the person on the outside into the bus stop did not think so. So that was a thing. But yeah, I was the one that got killed, unfortunately. ACC is garbage. Yeah, I've never tried it. I feel like I probably should, but then every time I do, even in like a Steam sale where I can get these games for like $10, I'm like, I could do that, or I could just save my $10 and get the next GT3 car that comes out in iRacing. You know? Well, it was in the other session. I mean, I just died right here, if that's what you mean. This is qualifying. Killed myself. Happened a minute and a half ago. But yeah, the one from the first race, I can find it in the VOD, of course. But that's just me being stupid. I went too deep. I was looking at Wade's funny thing and I killed myself. Fuck. I shouldn't do that while I'm trying to qualify. Go. That would have hurt. I remember when the Today Show had a debate on what the @ symbol stood for because email was so new. Damn, dude. I did practice a little bit of rain last night.
Radio check.
Hey, you Bobby, glad buddy.
I wouldn't say it went that well, but I did practice.
Thank you.
I might not be home tonight. It's another reason why I'm doing this right now. I wanted to get some races in. I might regret the fact that I'm trying to get some races in if this race goes anything like the last one. But, anywho. So yeah, I'll definitely put some time in tomorrow in the official session so I can get a little bit of a little bit more handle on the racing line in the wet. But man, I don't know about if you tried it yet, Peter, but my performance was getting murdered. Nighttime in the rain at Daytona, not good. Yeah. Might want to give that a shot. I actually turned SSR off, or SRR off, whatever the hell it's called. Because if I had that on, I was literally getting like 60, 70 frames. It's just not quite enough.
Line up on the left side.
Alright.
Road is closed right now.
No tires, all the fuels. I'm gonna try to be halfway intelligent and just chill at the back at the start. Not push it. Unless the door is wide open. I am recording. Forgot to do that last one. You are an official killer.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, that was not great. I don't know where I would have ended up. I don't think it would have been too much higher. Maybe like 8th, something like that. I wasn't exactly putting in great laps in the practice session, so all good, all good. All right, GTPs are off. I keep forgetting these are multi-class. Whee! What's up, Travis? Doesn't shoot fire like the old one used to, you know? Alright, come on, LMPs, go. GTPs are already in NASCAR 3 and the LMP2s haven't moved at all. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Collected by prototypes, crashing in the oval in the last race, running P1.
Good luck, everyone.
Brutal, brother. Brutal, brutal.
Good luck. Good luck.
Oh, were you in my race? Yeah, I
Good luck.
did. It was really unfortunate. Come on, boys, go. These gaps are way too big.
Catch up, 14 car. Catch up, 5 car.
What the
About to
fuck?
go green. Stay focused. Catch up.
Nobody knows how to do
car.
this.
That's what she said.
Hello. And green. This will be good.
Green flag, green flag.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, Travis, unfortunately for me, I was very much off, just on the back foot at the start of that first lap. And then, I really thought I was where I was able to make an overtake in the bus stop. And, the guy I was trying to pass didn't agree, so.
Sorry.
Left side. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah. It sucked, man. Very frustrating.
Could
Lost
you
a
have me any less space?
ton of IR in that one, but whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, I don't understand why we have such a unfortunate gap. It's like nobody's looking. I mean, they were in NASCAR 4 before the GT3s even started moving. So to be starting like literally in the bus stop is terrible. Yeah. Alright, I guess I can just
What have we done, John? What have
somewhat
we done?
focus on trying to save fuel here. Yeah. Here it just makes no sense. Like, yeah, to your point.
You guys get slow down.
It just makes no sense.
Yes, I got mine on the entry, he got his on the exit.
Alright, would definitely like to keep the keep the draft. So I can save a ton of fuel. I hate that that's going to be my race, but we are where we are. I don't know how much fuel I need to get in order to get a free tire. The negative is like everybody's going to be saving that kind of fuel. Damn, dude, that's awesome. I mean, until it didn't, but cool that you were in that position at least. It sucks, doesn't it? And then this one, you're like, I gotta run. I could probably make it happen. Should I? Don't know. Last time I tried to do this, I died.
My God. What are you doing? Why are you taking out everyone who tries to overtake you? What is your problem?
On the right.
That was super fun. Thanks.
I understand it hurts your ego, but calm down.
Later, brother. Appreciate you stopping by.
46.143. Clear on the right.
Sure, I've got some damage on the front after that.
Waarom?
No damage. Car looks clean.
Okay. Surprising. Damn it. Hoping to get a little bit of a run there. Yeah. 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 Normally only get this on the weekends when we do special events. But yeah. Alrighty. I'm just gonna be stuck behind this guy. I could definitely push the envelope. I'm not sure if it's worthwhile, considering because we went in there too wide, he wanted to push the envelope a little bit. We lost draft.
Kyle, I'm gonna be honest, that wasn't the smartest move. Kind of lost the toe there, but
45.188.
yeah, I guess so.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Well, know me, I'd much prefer to fight, honestly, but I'm more likely to pass this guy and stay past this guy by playing the fuel game.
Carmelo, you're holding up the grid, dog. Push me, baby, push me.
Fuck that. I don't think so. Doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would push other people. Doesn't want to get passed, he wants to get pushed. Don't think so. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we're still 2 seconds. But it's definitely a good point. Truth of the matter is, I don't even know if it matters. Like, more interested in the race personally, but I know where your head's at.
Presentation by Pele.
Alpha, what's up, brother? Thank you for that.
Get over it.
Where are you buried,
I
by
was
the
having
way?
a shit.
I should probably not talk over the alert, huh? Seconds before the GTPs get here. Woo!
Dude, come on! Like, first move on the braking and then just push me away. Sure, buddy, sure.
Mate,
There
I
we
can't
go.
see you there. You're in my blind spot.
The fuck? The fuck kind of blind spot do you mean? You've got the virtual mirror disabled? There is no blind spot in iRacing.
I'm staying on the inside. I can't see you when you're on the inside. I don't know how much space I need to give.
Well, it would have not hurt to, you know, not
Fucking
drive
idiot.
over the apex where I was.
You deserve that.
He says he's on your right.
Jesus.
Like, at least leave a car split. You know how much a car split is, don't you?
Trying to pass people to the bus stop today. Not going well for me.
We stop backing and push forward through.
Honestly. Jesus.
46.41. Left side, clear on the left. Got damage on the right side.
Of course I do. God forbid you try to pass somebody.
Car on your left. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Clear on the left, 2 wide. Clear.
I think I'm done trying to drive European time. This has been a little aggressive.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. Car right. Clear. Left side. Clear. Left side. Clear on the left.
Ooh. Well, I didn't say racing against Europeans, but racing against during European time. just so aggressive, man. So aggressive. Well, obviously I have to go back and see. I could very much be in the wrong there. I don't know. But I just don't understand the concept of people behind you are faster, even if it's just draft. People behind are faster, way alongside. Just fucking back out, man. Back out. I just don't get it. It doesn't have to be. It's not that deep. It's okay to be overtaken sometimes, you know? And he could say, you know, you're the idiot. You should have been pushing me to save fuel and we could have caught these people. You're right. I could have. That's not the choice I made. Like, and you just kind of have to accept it, or don't, and then shit like that happens. But, you know, if it's like, I'll defend you to the death unless you're going to push me or just stay behind me, well, then, you know, it's a 50-50 at best then, I guess. I don't know, it's frustrating. There's definitely folks that have this mentality of, I will not let anybody pass me. I'll make it as hard as I possibly can, and I just don't understand it. We're like fighting for third from the bottom, you know? Just, whatever. It's frustrating. Don't get the mentality. And I could definitely play devil's advocate. And I'm sure he could say, well, I don't understand your mentality. You should be pushing me so we can do better overall and save fuel and all the things. And I don't know. I'm also 3 seconds ahead of the guys that were right on my ass a second ago, so don't know how, but it is what it is. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, brother? This is fixed. I did do the open. Didn't go so well. This one's fixed. Which is actually pretty similar. I mean, the lap times are definitely different. But at least for the Porsche, the wing in this car is only like 1 click higher than what I've been running in Hymo so far this week. So yeah.
44.968. That was your fastest lap of the session.
You're gonna need 15 liters. I'm not sure if that's right or not. It seems low, doesn't it? Well, it's only a 35-minute race. Maybe it's not. Can y'all tell me actually what does Race Lab say? How many liters does it need to fill? Can y'all see that on the overlay? Here's what that's saying compared against JRT. $18.6. Interesting. Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, it could be a lap off. What's your best lap time to fix with the Porsche? I actually don't know, to tell you the truth. Somewhere in the 44s. I don't think I've hit a 43 yet, open or fixed. That's definitely a slowdown. How's that not a slowdown? Alright, no complaints. I'll take the 1X. Jesus. Trying to get through there as fast as I can and try to gain some spots. Do anything I can to catch up, but
45.156.
yeah, Andrew, it's a good question, brother. I should probably pay more attention to my lap times. I honestly kind of don't. I think part of it is doing the streaming and stuff. My brain can only stretch so far. I don't really remember the times or pay too much attention to them. Please don't pass me here. Of course you're trying to pass me there.
Left side.
Prototype drivers aren't the brightest, are they?
Clear on the left.
Okay, I'm just gonna dive you going into the kink. It'd be so good for all of us. I mean, how much of a gap does this dude have? Good grief. Okay, focus, focus. You have to figure... Oh, now it says 18. What does it show now? Do you mind telling me? I'm seeing 18.6 on my JRT. I'm guessing it's probably about that. 18.7. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, trust me, I definitely understand it. Vista, Danny, thank you both. I definitely understand the thought process. I've definitely done the GTP in the Daytona 24 and the LMP2 in Sebring, so I definitely get it. But kind of have to have some sense of self-preservation. Like, if you're going to try to pass a GTP or a GT3 and the kink here, you are asking for trouble. Not just for them, but for you. So, go for it, boys. You're good, I'm going the outside. I'm gonna facilitate a pass.
You can't tell me that wasn't a slowdown.
I had one of those, man. I don't know how that wasn't a slowdown. Yeah. That's because in real life racing, you can die. People here don't give a shit. They just send it. And when they die, they queue up for the next one in 30 minutes. You know, they don't care. No penalties for getting killed here. Yeah. Right now I'm seeing 19 liters to add. That's good. So it's figuring out the fuel based on laps and the liters in GTP, so I think we're getting somewhere with my fuel situation. I think I am going to get a tire. Yeah, ratings, and I think some of these guys race so much they don't give a shit. Could be wrong, but you see it a lot. People just send it, and they're like, oh, all good. I'm doing 5 races today. I'll queue up for the next one. NBD.
Left side, clear.
Alright, lost 3/10 on that lap. That was unfortunate.
45.267.
I am pushing, so I'm going to have to be in the pits longer than those around me, I'm sure. Which just kind of is what it is, I guess. Please don't kill me. There we go. I'm just going to sit in the middle of the damn track. Consider yourself lucky, brother. Jesus. I could have some better laps. I think that could save pass at P2. Should have been on the outside pass. Yeah. Hot take. Feel like YouTube streamers become the better platform. Average streamers. I watch way more YouTubers. Yeah, it's not. I don't even think it's a question. The discoverability from the algorithm is worlds better than hoping that somebody goes to a category page and scrolls to the bottom. I mean, that's literally what you're doing on Twitch. So, you better hope people do that, or you better be doing a good job of creating short-form content, putting things on YouTube and long-form content that drive back to your live streams. If you're not doing that, and you're literally just going live on Twitch randomly, I don't see how you would ever grow. I don't, yeah, to me it seems obvious. But, especially these days, there's so many people doing it. Good luck. I'm gonna get this left rear. I think it'll help me in the infield and the bus stop. I mean, all of my growth came from YouTube algorithm, which I think is really good because it's all organic. and the algorithm sees it, and then just it's a snowball effect. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I've tried, actually. I did do advertising for the first time ever. I think it was on that video. It was the second win video I just had. Just curious to see how it works. I don't know there's going to be much of an outcome from it, but thought I'd give it a shot and see if it works. See what the results are. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that. Kind of didn't want to, if I'm being honest. Like, I like the fact that I've grown completely organically. But, I don't know. Thought it'd be fun to give it a shot. Alright, I kind of want a box just because I'm sucking at the moment. I've got 3 more laps I could do, so maybe I should try to get all those. These guys have caught me up a touch. Nice to have a clean, relatively fast lap here. $19.1, cool. I'm seeing 19.0, so we're right on it. I genuinely appreciate that. I should probably bring that over at least for a little while, so I can see it. I really just like it as a comparison to know, like, is this thing way off or is it pretty much on point? Mechanically shows us the real chill Chris. True, man. I think it means something. I think the organic growth means a lot, to be honest. Should get your own website going with affiliate links for gear software. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but you see people doing it, and there's definitely something to it. Stay on the track. Alright, good lap. Take it. 2 more of those and we box. Yeah, I'm a software engineer by trade. I'm not much for making websites look pretty, but I make them functional. If my boys are home from school. Or sounds like my boys are home from school.
0.958. Flat for you.
I'm really just at the point with all of this that I'm just looking for growth. Views, subscribers, concurrent viewers, that's it. That's all I'm really looking for out of it. It's just more fun to stream when you got people watching and talking. So, it's kind of all I'm going for. Last couple streams we've had, man, you know, my normal streaming hours are later, normally in the evenings in the US. And I've had like literally 50 people. I didn't see them coming. My bad, brother. I've had like 50 some people peeking out. Average around 30 something, so that's huge for me. Because the algorithm has blessed me in some ways. Alright, Finn here has definitely been catching me up quite well.
Just push. Just push. I won't fight you.
No, that's sales about the authority. No, that definitely makes sense. I see what you're saying. Didn't you're a software engineer? Yeah. Welcome to the club. It's a big club. Been a part of that club for a long time. I've been doing it professionally for about 25 years at this point. I mean, more like 20 professionally. But snow day, 2 boys are at home. Damn, dude. Server guy, yeah. I feel you. Alright, got 1 more lap in it. And then we're gonna box. Looking like it's gonna be 19 liters. It's gotta round up, I guess. I guess I could get it to go down. And just try to save a little fuel if I need to.
Tyler, no way you didn't get a slowdown right there.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Oh boy. Fucking hate you. Honestly hate you. Sucks so hard, man.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. Right side. Clear on the
Watch
right.
out.
Pisses me off so much, man. Yeah, back left is the plan. Yep, it's set. All the things are set. Still says I need 18.8 for me, 18.9, so I'll just let it, it's going to do 19. Which should be sufficient. Alright, I gotta focus here, then I'll chat. It's going to be an early spot, I'm sure.
Pit box is early. Be ready.
God. Fucking... Sucks to suck.
Okay, punch.
There's a position. Oh boy. One of these days, I'm gonna figure this shit out. SEO, web design, search related. I gotcha. See if this left rear helps me at all. Get her warmed up. It's gonna be two unfortunate races for me, it seems. First one, death. Second one, no qualifying effort. And a little contact early, shocker. I'm gonna lose a lot of IR from these two races. I mean, not like it's that big a deal or anything, but I like to finish in the points. Which for me just means positive IR, or even neutral. Totally fine with 0. But yeah, I'll probably have lost 130 in these two races. Maybe more, actually. Unfortunate. Everybody is pit at this point. Top 2 guys are in the pits right now. They're on their way out, so yeah. Unfortunate.
6.686.
Sorry.
Here they come. Having to back up in the pit stall, not great. Not great. A shitter. Yeah, I mean, every time you get spooked by one of them going in, especially the kink, you lose so much time. It's unbelievable. Frustrating one. But I will tell you guys, tomorrow night, Peter and I will be doing the Daytona IMSA Endurance Championship Challenge. No. Let's see. I think we're gonna do the 9 o'clock Eastern session tomorrow night. So we will be rolling in that. I think he and I are gonna team up. I think there was talk about doing it solo. But considering it's supposed to rain through that session, I think we both think that Daytona at night in the rain might be too much to do solo. So no, it's just a 2.4 hour, so 2 hours 40 minutes that they run every other week. So now we're gonna do that. Is there a 6 hour? I didn't even know about that one. I guess that's the, I forget what it's called. But yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't think, but yeah, I guess it would make sense it was at Daytona this week.
45.108.
But yeah, that's the plan. There's going to be, I think, a couple
What, man? I didn't
SCR cars in there.
read, sorry.
Solo would be fun, but if it was dry, I think I would do that, no problem. War before the Rolex. I don't know. Those are like GT4 cars generally. But yeah, this is just part of the IMSA Endurance series that runs every other week. Just so happens that this week they're on and we're at Daytona, so. So yeah, we'll be doing it tomorrow night. If that's of any interest, subscribe, notification bells. If you want a more reliable notification system, join my Discord. I do send a Discord ping when I go live, so it's probably the easiest way to know. But yeah, we'll be live tomorrow night. Honestly, really looking forward to it. I gotta put in a couple more laps of practice in the wet. I've done plenty of races here this week for dry, but I would imagine it's gonna be wet probably the whole time. So I did a couple laps last night. It's brutal. It's brutal. Makes sense. Usually iRacing does a major endurance a month for the IRL races. A month? No. This is normally do them a week. So like the Daytona 24 in iRacing will be the weekend before the real life event.
45.309.
So this is just, this is a totally different series. It's a much shorter endurance race. This is the 2.4. Alright. Well, looks like we're finishing 13th. Unfortunate. Shows you how important qualifying is, huh? That's one thing that's been going well for me the last 2 weeks or so. I've been having pretty decent qualifying efforts. Makes for a much easier race. Nah, they're not allowed to do Le Mans, so what they actually do, I forget the name of that series, but they do have another endurance series that runs longer races, less frequently. And I think for the third season each year, they change those races from being, I think, 6 hours to being 24 hours. And it just so happens that they have a race at Le Mans during that season as well. And so iRacing kind of has an unofficial 24 hours of Le Mans. But that's it. Need to ban Wade. Yeah, he's on the list right now, man. He's on the list for sure. Nah, I just need to be more disciplined and not pay attention to it when I'm trying to qualify or do anything that's remotely meaningful. There's a 44.
44.943. That was your fastest lap of the session. You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
I hope we only have 2 laps of a race. It looks like I'm going to get passed on this lap, and that will be the end of the race. All I can say about the Le Mans virtual races I've seen, they tried to do them before on like R Factor 2, and they've had issues. They've had problems. So it feels right to bring that back to iRacing. I don't know when that will happen. I'm guessing it's going to be as soon as Motorsports Games goes out of business, whenever that finally happens. But this guy's going to pass me or not? Yeah, he is. I'm going to let him pass. That's going to be the race. White flag. And checkered flag. So I actually had an extra lap. I still even had an extra lap. That's crazy.
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
Let's see. We got any nasty grams in there? Wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I want to go see the...
Yeah.
Imagine T1 dies running into the back of me as he's about to win the race.
Close one.
It's not my fault, I'm so funny. I mean, it kind of is literally your fault. Like, who else's fault would it be? You know?
Andre, we're still fighting here.
Oh, let me go look at this incident, brother.
My brake bias was completely wrong.
Let's go see. What lap was it? Must have been that one. He was there and then he wasn't.
Did you spin on your own, or Caesar give you a little helping hand?
Let's do this.
Really sorry.
You know what? Do it in full. We'll do it slow.
The
fuck did he think was going to happen?
Oh,
man?
he left a while ago. He retired after 4 laps or something.
Next time I will not brake.
No, that's one way to go about it.
Yeah, he just completely punted me off as well.
I left some space. He hit me once. He hit me twice.
He did go into that other guy though on lap 1. But yeah, he completely just forced me off track when I almost overtook him.
I just don't get it. I got hit twice. I still made the final apex.
Next time I will not brake.
Wrong direction. Well, that's one way to go, Mexa. Whatever. I don't know. I think you have to have a little bit of self-awareness. Like, where is he hitting me at? Completely alongside. Completely ahead. Half ahead. 3/4 ahead. So what's the goal? You know? What's the thought process? Like, are you gonna, like, somehow defend that position? Just don't get it, man. I really don't get it. We had this on another lap too. I don't remember what lap it was. I wish I knew so I could quickly get to it. Yep. Let's see from this one too. I'm curious about this one. Wow, but you're told. You know what I mean? Like, guy left. I don't know. We have spotters. He sees his rear view mirror, then there's no way, as far ahead or as far alongside I was that last lap, there's no way he sees me in his rear view at all. Like, I don't know, at some point you just have to be self-aware enough to realize this person is faster in this moment because of draft or for whatever reason. They have the inside line, they're completely alongside of me, we're going into a bus stop really, really fast. I should probably let them go and fight for the next corner. You know, it's like just basic self-awareness at some point would be appreciated. Let me just get to a full speed. What happened here? It's not nearly as alongside. I also wonder if I hit the brakes way earlier. Because I thought... Yeah, hit the brakes pretty much normal. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely on me there. I hit him in the back. I also feel like he just kind of parked it a little bit. Yeah, you're normally not hitting the brakes quite that hard for the second apex. But either way, I mean, I think that's fine. I was much later this time getting alongside of him. I didn't have really any overlap before he started hitting the brakes. I think that's the 1.5 marker there. That's where he started applying brakes. No, maybe not. A little earlier. Yeah, I think this is definitely on me. I got alongside while he was braking, not before he was braking. So I should have backed out here, which I kind of did. Maybe just not enough. Yeah, definitely not enough. And my thought process then is like, I'm going to try to get a run on him, but obviously I was too early to get a run on him. Made contact. Yep, that was definitely on me. Interesting. It was just later. Interesting. Interesting. All good, all good. Not my fault I'm so funny and distracting. It's close. They still haven't sold LMU yet. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen this year, but if you pay attention to any of the motorsports games, stuff that they've been publishing and putting out, like they haven't been in a great financial position, maybe ever, but definitely not anytime recently. So I would not be even remotely surprised if they go out of business at some point, like in the not too distant future. My parents, I guess, part of my genetic makeup. Yeah, makes sense. Single monitor, maybe. Especially if he's using crew chief, he knows. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, he definitely knows. Here's the thing, a lot of times we're facing middle schoolers on PlayStation 6, can be frustrating. That's definitely possible. Told him to take his ass to school, although I guess maybe he's further ahead in time than I am, but yeah. I think it's just, it's really common on iRacing. I mean, any kind of racing, it's like, and I hate to project. I really hate to project. I feel like a lot of this for me comes from just previous experiences where you see these kinds of things. And, yeah, so maybe I shouldn't try to project. I don't really intend to. It's not my goal, but, you know, I don't know. When I'm generally in that kind of situation, there's another corner coming up, you know? It's all good. We're fighting for 13th. It's not that big a deal. Let that person go. They feel like they're faster. Go. Tuck in, save fuel, whatever. But yeah, all good. It happens. It happens. I lost a bunch, man. Let's see. It's practice event. So this was the earlier race. Oof. 83 and 42. Super duper. I'm not even going to keep looking. That was terrible. And then this one, I lost 52. Gained a little safety rating. Attaboy. Didn't have pace. Really didn't have pace. Let's see. These guys are running 44.1, 44.3. That's pretty fast. My fastest was a 44.9. Not great. Yeah, I really don't remember. I don't even know how to find fast laps anymore. To see like what's my fastest lap been in fixed versus open. I really don't even remember. But that's a big hit. I don't do a lot of math, but that's a bunch. 130-ish IR in 2 races. I'm super glad that I raced in the middle of the day. Fuckers. Oh, I was hoping to hit 3,600. And here I am clinging to 34. All good. If you want to finish first, you have to finish. It is very true, man. It's very true. All good, all good. I kind of joked in the Discord the other day. I think I took a screenshot of my results, and I was like, this is what happens before you have a bad streak, isn't it? And, well, there you go. There you go. All good, all good. It was fun. I was kind of hoping for a little bit different, but iRating donation pantry is glad you raced in the middle of the day too. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point, but I gotta say, man, like this strength of fields, that was 39.76. This group's way faster than what I typically race on a US weeknight. So I guess I shouldn't expect much, but yeah, they were moving. They were definitely moving. I wish I had more vision over how some of these guys were running their race. I guess I could go back and look at the replays and try to piece it together, but I mean, this other guy had kind of a way off in the stall situation here in his pit, but I was basically tied for most longest time spent in the pits, basically. Everybody else beat me by like at least a second. Some people like almost 2 seconds less time in the pits. So taking a lot less fuel. Granted, I did have an extra lap of fuel, which honestly is nuts. I don't even know how that happened. I went into JRT and I turned off the option where it's like, you know, I guess try to make an assumption whether whether you need an extra lap of fuel. And I turned that off, and early that was not looking good, but then as the race progressed and it figured out lap times, I guess it figured its life out. But even with all that, I still finished. I mean, what was it? I basically slowed down. I think he was going to get me either way, but pretty much right at the line, I would have gotten passed by P1 and the GTPs to finish the race there. So I almost had an extra lap. So I guess it was good that I had those extra 3 liters. But be curious to know, like, these guys, if I'm in the pits I'm in my stall for 10.3 seconds. Some of these guys were in for 8.7, 8.5, 9.6. You know, like, I guess, I mean, some of that has to just be basic fuel saving. But for the person that's at 8.5 when I'm at 10.3, like, that's 2 seconds. I don't know how much fuel you can get in 2 seconds, but it's more than 3 liters. So I wonder if that person was banking on the fact they weren't going to go. But I guess they couldn't. Those people must have been going an extra lap because I slowed down to let them by. So I would have been the last person of the GT3s that finished like that. So everybody else had to go a lap more than me. Huh. I don't know, man. Yeah, fuel usage of different cars. That's true. But these are all... That dude's also in a Porsche, actually. So I'm looking at Finn. I know you guys can't see it, but Finn also driving a Porsche. He was in the stall for 8.5 seconds. He only finished 2 spots ahead of me. I was in for 10.3. The same car. So he must have saved his ass off at the start of that race. And you kind of wonder, like, where's the balance, you know? You really, really save really hard. How much time do you lose versus pushing versus an extra 2 seconds in a stall? I don't know. I'm not smart enough to do all those mental gymnastics, I guess. But it does make you wonder. I think at the end of the day, if I'd qualified in a better position, I don't think any of this is all that relevant, to be honest. I still would have just ran my race wherever I ended up, saving fuel, not saving fuel, whatever, kind of is what it is. But I think I was so far down, and I had Carmelo ahead of me who just, yeah, bottling us up there towards the back of the pack. But anywho, to be fair, doing good for a week. Oh, absolutely. This has been one of the best weeks of IR I've had for sure. A lot of fun too. That's what's most important. Blessing and a curse. It's trauma response. Could be. All right, peoples. That's a short one for the day. It's almost 4 o'clock my time. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I might be in baseball practice duty. And if that's the case, I won't get home until like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which, you know, maybe I'll stream late. So no promises tonight. Definitely on tomorrow night, 9 o'clock for the endurance race. Appreciate y'all for being here today. It's a weird one, you know, in the middle of the day. So thanks for being here. And yeah, I'll see you guys either tonight or tomorrow or whenever you show up next. I'll be here. Will you? Hard to say, but if you are, I'll see you then. Until then, I'll see you. I'm not sure. Peace out.